Your blood pressure medication is not failing you. Your morning routine is. And the difference between 158 over 94 and 121 over 78 is not another prescription. It is 4 minutes you are currently spending doing something else. I am Dr. Linda Sophie. 3 years ago, I had a patient named Bernard, 68, retired civil engineer, came to me on 3 separate blood pressure medications simultaneously. His cardiologist had just added a third drug because the first 2 were no longer holding his numbers down. Bernard was not unhealthy. He walked every morning. He ate clean. He slept well. The problem was not his lifestyle. The problem was a specific 6-minute window every morning that was chemically resetting his blood pressure to dangerous levels before 8 a.m. I identified it with one question his cardiologist never asked. What is the first thing you do when your feet hit the floor? Here is what is actually happening inside your blood vessels right now. Your arterial walls are lined with a single-cell thick layer called the endothelium. Think of it as the inner paint coating of a pipe. When that coating is healthy, it produces a molecule called nitric oxide on demand. Nitric oxide is your body's own blood pressure medication. It signals your arterial walls to relax and widen, dropping pressure immediately and naturally. After 60, your endothelial cells produce significantly less nitric oxide at baseline. But here is what nobody tells you. Cortisol is at its absolute biological peak within the first 30 minutes of waking. This is called the Cortisol Awakening Response. It is completely normal and necessary. But in those same 30 minutes, most seniors do something that amplifies that cortisol spike violently. They check their phone, email, news, messages, social notifications. Each notification triggers a micro-stress response before your endothelium has had a single chance to produce morning nitric oxide. Your arterial walls receive a chemical signal to constrict before they ever receive a signal to relax. Bernard checked his phone within 40 seconds of waking, every single morning for 11 years. He was resetting his blood pressure ceiling before breakfast every day. Now here are the 3 shifts that dropped Bernard's numbers 34 points in 8 weeks without touching his medication. Shift 1 is the 4-minute morning protocol. For the first 4 minutes after waking, your phone stays face down. Instead, you do one specific breathing pattern called physiological sighing. A double inhale through the nose, followed by a long, slow exhale through the mouth. Stanford neuroscientist Andrew Huberman's lab published research showing this pattern drops physiological stress markers faster than any other conscious breathing technique. 4 minutes. 17 repetitions. Before your feet touch the floor. This gives your endothelium the cortisol-free window it needs to begin nitric oxide production naturally. Bernard called it the longest 4 minutes of his life for the first 3 days. By day 7, it was the only 4 minutes he protected without negotiation. Shift 2 is the endothelial repair breakfast. Your endothelium regenerates using 2 specific compounds most seniors are chronically deficient in: dietary nitrates and L-arginine. These are the raw materials your body converts directly into nitric oxide. Beetroot, arugula, and dark leafy spinach are the 3 highest dietary nitrate sources available. A small handful of raw arugula with 2 eggs cooked in extra virgin olive oil. That is Bernard's breakfast. Every single morning. Not a green smoothie. Not a supplement. Whole food nitrate sources your endothelium can actually use. The olive oil matters specifically because oleocanthal reduces the arterial inflammation that blocks nitric oxide absorption at the cellular level. You cannot pour raw materials into a blocked pipe and expect results. You have to clear the pipe first. Shift 3 is the evening pressure reset most cardiologists have never mentioned to a single patient. Blood pressure follows a natural dip during sleep called nocturnal dipping. Healthy sleepers drop 10 to 20% during sleep. Non-dippers, people whose pressure stays elevated overnight, face dramatically higher stroke and cardiac event risk regardless of their daytime numbers. After 60, non-dipping becomes increasingly common. The cause in most cases is not sleep apnea or medication timing. It is ambient light exposure in the 90 minutes before bed. Blue light from screens suppresses melatonin, but more critically, it keeps your sympathetic nervous system in active alert mode. Your arterial walls never receive the chemical all-clear signal to begin their overnight dip. Bernard's bedroom had a television, a tablet, and a phone charging on his nightstand. We removed all three from the bedroom entirely. Within 2 weeks, his morning readings dropped an additional 11 points without changing anything else. Complete darkness. No screens. 90 minutes before bed as a hard rule. Bernard came back to my office 8 weeks after we started. He sat down, put his arm in the cuff, and we watched the numbers together. 121/78. He had not seen numbers like that since his early 50s. His cardiologist removed one of his 3 medications 4 weeks later. Starting tomorrow morning, you are going to do 3 things. Set your phone face down on your nightstand before you sleep. Do 17 physiological sighs before your feet touch the floor. Eat arugula and eggs in olive oil before you eat or drink anything else. Your endothelium knows exactly how to regulate your pressure. It is waiting for you to stop interrupting it before it can even begin. Before you go, I need to tell you what I am covering next week. There is a specific class of blood pressure medication currently taken by millions of seniors every morning with breakfast. New research shows taking it with one specific common breakfast food blocks up to 40% of its absorption. Your numbers may be high, not because your dose is wrong, but because your timing is destroying its effectiveness. I will name the drug class, name the food, and show you exactly what to tell your doctor. Subscribe now. That video could change your next cardiology appointment entirely. I am Dr. Linda Sophie. Your blood pressure is not your destiny. ShareLine. Checking your phone within the first 30 minutes of waking chemically resets your blood pressure ceiling before your body has produced a single drop of its own natural medication.